Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well. I was just eating a cookie, sorry, I was just having a little bit of cookie, so yeah, just need to have a sip of my tea. Let me just make sure everything is working properly. Yep, I can hear everything, hope everybody else can hear. Oh, I just need to, hi Jill, good evening. I just need to get my chat dock up so I can see it on my computer over here, because I like to try and face the camera as much as possible, and I have the chat as close to the camera as possible as well, so that I'm kind of facing in one direction when we're talking. So, how is everyone doing? How are you doing, Jill? How are you feeling? I am going to preface this by saying I'm getting over a cold, so if I'm a little bit snivelly, or if I have to go on Be Right Back, so I may blow my nose off stream, I will let you know. There may be a couple of instances where I have to do that. Hi, Melissa. You alright? Hi. Jay Argonauts, do you like to be called Jay, or do you have a preferred name? Same with Jill, actually. I'm assuming Jill's your first name, because Jill Woolley sounds like a name. Lene, hi. Jay. Okay, lovely. Hi, Jay. Welcome in. Hi, Lene. Thank you for coming. I know you said that you were going to come along to the live stream tonight, so that's great. How is everybody doing? I'm going to be totally honest, I am tired today. Jill's your name. Okay, lovely. Hi, Jill. I just want to make sure that, especially for a lot of people that I'm meeting every week, that I am calling you by your preferred name, because we're friends now. Yeah. I've been sat here just preparing for this live stream and noticing how much silver I'm getting in my hair. I'm getting some lovely little streaks of grey. Mel's feeling that word, feeling like it's an extra long week after the bank holidays. Yeah, after having 2 lovely short weeks, it suddenly feels like this week stretches very long, doesn't it? Miserable too. Yeah, it's one of those weeks actually. Maybe it's because it is just after like the bank holiday. If people have got children and have had some time off over the Easter holidays as well, feels like it's like back to the grindstone for a bit. I also feel like the weather just has not been. It's been a bit of both. Like, we've had some absolutely beautiful mornings up in Yorkshire. Like, absolutely. At one morning, actually, I took a video. I was going to make a TikTok. I haven't done yet. But the sun was rising. So where our bedroom is, the sun rises into the bedroom. And it was beautiful, and it was like orange sun, but the central heating was on, and there was some steam rising like out of the central heating vent in front of the window, and I took a little video of it, and I was going to put the "You bewitched me body and soul, and I love you" that moment, because it just made me think of like the Dawn moment from Pride and Prejudice. Maybe that's my ridiculously overactive sense of imagination, but that's just what it made me think of. So I've had some really beautiful mornings, but now it's absolutely grim. It's just grey and miserable. I have to say I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for summer. I'm ready for being able to sit out in the garden, finish work at 5 o'clock and go sit out in the garden with like a cup of tea or a glass of wine or something like that. So I'm sure everybody else is feeling that way as well. As you will see, we have an empty cat nest again. Stanley is around. He's just been here scratching the carpet in front of me. I tried to tempt him up onto his nest. He did not come. So I'm thinking that if he doesn't come into his nest, I might switch the cat cam around, because have you noticed something in the live stream? My sewing machine. I'm going to be totally honest, I am not in the right headspace to write tonight. I'm just tired, and I don't feel like I would write good stuff. So I've got a pair of trousers that I really want to wear this week, and so I'm going to hem. I'm going to hem the bottom of the trousers, and I figured that as I mute myself during the 20-minute sessions, and you won't hear the sewing machine or anything like that. Hopefully I won't disturb you. But there are people who come, Mel doesn't write, my sister, she doesn't write, she comes along to the live streams and does other things in the background. And so I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to do some sewing in the 20-minute sessions. Let me know if that like completely puts you off and you hate the sound of that, or if you're okay with that, if you think that's okay. My chat, I don't know if people are just not sending anything, but after a little flurry of messages, the chat just seems to have stopped completely. Absolutely fine if nobody's sending any messages. I just want to make sure that it's not paused or not broken or something. So, no, happy with you sewing. I've never seen you do it before, so it'll be nice. Yeah, Mel is desperate for me to develop my sewing skills because she wants me to be able to like hem her trousers, do alterations for her, and yeah, make sure you're not fibbing about your sewing skills. I'll show you in a minute actually what I've made and what I need to do. More than fine with the sewing machine. Fabulous. So I assume, Jay, that's nope, as in no, there's no problems, or no, it's okay. Not nope, as in nope, I'm out of here. Don't want to do that anymore. Which, do you know what? Fair. But I know that you writing at the moment. And are you going to do some writing during the sessions? Like I say, because I'm muted and we've got some lovely music on, hopefully it doesn't really matter. But the idea would be that if Stanley doesn't come, I will change the cat cam round and do like a close-up shot of the sewing machine. I don't quite know where, but I'll figure it out so you can see a bit more in detail the sewing machine. Yeah. I just like the gathering here, whatever you do. Do you know what I do as well? I really like it. And do you know what? I knew, or I believed, I hoped, I had faith that you would all be like, yeah, that's absolutely fine, because it is just a lovely place for us to just come together and hang out for a bit. So, yeah, sometimes you come and you're happy and you want to do writing and I feel very inspired, and some days I come and I just want to do a little bit of sewing. I think as well because these trousers didn't work when I made them. Well, it's not that they haven't worked, but I made a couple of very small errors with them. I'm like really keen to redeem them as soon as possible. So, Melissa's going to watch Ginny and Georgia in the talking breaks, doing a rewatch. I don't think I've ever watched Ginny and Georgia, but I've seen like some clips, like clips on Instagram and TikTok that look funny. Me too, Jill. Hi, Mum. That was very high-pitched. Hi. Very sing-song. Love Ginny and Georgia. My mum's seen it. I've not seen Ginny and Georgia. I also want to watch, Schitt's Creek. I've never seen that either. But yes. Hi, Diana. Just as new people are coming in, Diana, are you happy with, is that your given name? Are you happy for me to call you Diana? I'm just checking in with everybody and making sure that I've got everybody's given names correct. Funny, as I'm usually saying when I watch your videos, but tonight I'm actually going to be writing. There you go. Diana's going to be the writing one for us tonight, and potentially Jay. I think Jay's writing as well. So we'll swap places. I'll do the sewing for you. The Madison is good too, so sad. I've not seen that. The Madison. Oh, that's reminded me actually, somebody pressed the love heart. Thank you, whoever that was. Just a reminder that you can press the love heart, that likes the stream, and people, that tells YouTube that people like the stream. I believe you can hype it. You can hype the live stream as well. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but if there is a hype button somewhere on, I think you can only do that on mobile, so it's only if you're watching by mobile that you'll be able to hype it. Please do as well. Thank you, whoever hit that. I saw it pop up in chat. That's great, thank you. And just a very quick reminder at the beginning that I won't be live streaming next week. So we're going to have a little break next week and then I'll be back the following week. So, yeah, that's my announcements. Also, just to say, if anybody's watching this later, these videos become on-demand videos on my channel after the live stream period. Thank you very much for catching up and watching at a later period. You're always welcome. I really hope that these videos are useful and helpful to people later on past the actual live stream itself. So thank you very much. I've seen a couple of my live streams have got quite a few watchers after the live stream itself. So thank you very much for watching later. And I hope you find something really useful and I hope you find it productive. I'm transcribing an 18th century legal document. So exciting, not. Oh, Jay, I've been there. Honestly, the 18th century and earlier wills, when they're in the fold outs and you have to take the seal and pull the seal down, you've got to open them and they're on vellum. so like difficult to read, aren't they? Absolutely, virtually impossible in some instances to read them and transcribe them. Is that research for the book that you're writing? Parchment nightmare. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I always love it on Who Do You Think You Are, when they have these like, here's the original document, and the celebrity goes, well, I can't read that, and then someone's like, it's okay though, we've got this like Word document where we've written it out for you, so that you don't have to worry about reading it. You can actually kind of not trip over the words. Cass, oh, sorry to hear Ren's poorly, but I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you, Cass. I worked with Cass recently, and she's just the loveliest human. She's got a really haunted house, by the way. And when we were working together, I used to get her to tell me all the like recent stuff that had happened in her haunted house. But yes, thank you very much for coming and joining the live stream. I was just saying I'm doing some sewing this evening. Just catch my chin. I'm going to do some sewing this evening rather than writing. The format, again, for Cass and for anybody else that's watching later or is new into the live stream, is that we have a bit of a chat first until about 1:15, and then we go through, or we'll have like 20-minute sessions. So we'll have a 20-minute focus session. I go quiet and put on some music for you all, and then you can go and do whatever task it is that you're doing within that 20-minute session. Some people here are writing, some people are watching TV, some people sometimes do some sewing, and lots of different things. So that's the format, and we just hang out for a couple of hours, and it's a lovely place for us all to just hang out and be friends together. Always happy to share the haunting stories. Enjoy the sewing and writing all. I will join for the next one fully. Well, just a reminder, we're not doing next week. I'm having a week off next week, and then I'll be back the week after, the Tuesday after. I was going to show you the trousers, wasn't I? Let me just move my cup of tea and my cookie. I've got a half-eaten cookie on my desk. Because I do that. I will half-eat a cookie and then put it down and forget about it. Which my sister's going to be like, how do you forget to eat the other half of a cookie? But these are the trousers. Sorry, they're quite big. I'm a lovely plus-size lady, and so I have large trousers. They're in this lovely pink, stripy, slightly waffled fabric. They're absolutely beautiful. They're quite lightweight. Got a stretchy waistband, and they've got pockets. Look, they've got pockets. And if you're a bit of a sewing nerd like me, you will appreciate this detail. Can you see how the pocket is striped horizontal stripes and the leg material is vertical stripes? And then you put a hand, and the deep pockets as well. I could fit all sorts of snacks and treats in there. So yes, those are the pockets. So cool, aren't they? So basically they're absolutely enormous. The kind of width of the leg is so wide because I've miscalculated on the pattern. So basically when you get a pattern, usually a pattern person, whoever designs the pattern, will design it for anyone, say size 8 to 30. That's usually the range of pattern sizes, which is why I love them, because patterns are more inclusive than many fast fashion brands. Just let that sink in. There's no excuse for fast fashion brands not to be making larger sizes. So I based the size that I was going to make the trousers on my waist measurement. Now, my waist measurement is the biggest bit of me. I'm apple-shaped. I'm short and round, is basically what I say. And what I should have done is then tapered in the pattern for the leg, so that it was a little narrower. But I'm hoping I could maybe adjust that at some point, just with some pins and then some sewing. So what I'm going to do is hem the bottom, because the end is totally raw at the moment, so I'm just going to hem the bottom while we go. But I was making them quite fast, so the insides are just pinked. I've just pinked them. I haven't like finished all my seams and everything, but I'm quite proud of my sewing. The stitches are quite neat and small stitches. Like I say, I'm very proud of my pockets. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Let's catch up quickly. Do you believe in ghosts? I believe in something, Jay. I believe in something. I am not sure exactly what a ghost is. I'm not sure what it means for things to be haunted, but I believe in paranormal activity, put it that way. Your house is haunted too. I think when you've got an experience or when you have an experience, you believe in the paranormal more. And I've had a few experiences that absolutely cannot be explained. So I believe in something. I believe in energy. I believe in unexplained things happening, whether that is a dead person or whether it's a replay, like an imprint. I know that the stone tape theory is basically from a film. The stone tape, it was called a film, and then everyone was like, oh, that makes sense. But there's no reason why a theory that was posited in a film can't actually be what it is, you know. I like the idea of the stone tape theory and replays and energy being stored in a building or an item or this, that and the other. I also think that there's a huge possibility that ghosts are just bends in time. I think that I don't know. I'm not going to get into it too far, but I don't believe in time travel, but I think that I think in the future we will understand an awful lot more about time than we currently do. One of the owners of my house committed suicide by, I'm not allowed to say that word on Livestream. I hope that doesn't cause me any problems. The owners of my house unalived themselves by coal gas poisoning in the 1960s. Accidental or intentional? Because I think there's a lot of things like that happen unintentionally, don't they? Great pockets. Thank you, Diana. They're cool, aren't they? I knew that the sewist in the chat would appreciate the horizontal stripes in the pocket. LA, hi. Again, LA, I was going to ask you something actually. If this is either going to make loads of sense or absolutely no sense at all. But LA, are you L'Oreal? Because I feel like I've got a friend in America called L'Oreal who is one of my closest friends. I love her to bits. And I feel like there was a point where L'Oreal was commenting on my videos with a different username, and I'm sure that was an LA name. I am not. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Sorry, LA. And do you like... I'm from Hampshire. Oh, lovely. I've always liked the sound of Hampshire. It sounds very British, doesn't it? Are you happy with the name Ellie? Is that how you would like me to refer to you? I'm asking everybody this evening just to make sure that I've got everybody's name correct and that I'm referring to people. So basically, my friend L'Oreal, yeah, she was I can't remember why, but she had like another username, and I'd spent quite a lot of time replying to her comments on my things, and then she made some kind of reference, and I was like, L'Oreal, is that you? And she was like, yeah, it is. I've got a different username, sorry. But I couldn't remember if it was, because it was definitely an Ellie name that she had. And I just wanted to make sure, because I didn't want to do the same thing again, assume that this was a new friend, and actually it was my friend from America. So welcome, Ellie. That's probably such a weird entry for you into the live stream, I'm sorry. I like the idea of ghosts, but only because of this poem, Miss You. Would Like to Take a Walk with You by Gabrielle Calvo Coresi. It's so bittersweet. Oh, wow. I'll have to have a look into that. Who's depressed? Yeah. Wow. So is that the experience that you've had of that person? Ellie is right. I was in Hampshire over the weekend. We went to Winchester. I'd love to go to Winchester. Yeah, Winchester was the original capital city of England, wasn't it? Way back when. It's got so much ancient history there. I'd love to go. We're on nearly 20 past already, and we haven't had our first 20-minute session yet. So shall we go into a 20-minute focus session now, and then we will come back again. What's Melissa on about? Do you get any hurricanes? Let's go into the first 20-minute session. Feel free to keep chatting in the chat if you want to. I won't talk in the chat, but I will type in the chat and reply to people. But let's go into the first 20-minute session. I'm aware that people will be watching this later. They'll be potentially coming on for a bit of productivity, etc. People may have joined tonight who want to do some productive stuff. So let's go into the first session. Hello. Right, we are back again. I just need to mute myself on there so that I don't hear two versions of my own voice. How was that for everybody? I ran over a little bit there. I was just trying to finish my pant leg. I've done one. How did everybody get on during that session? What did everybody do? I've done the part hem on one trouser leg, although my thread was just starting to bunch up there, which is a little bit annoying. Oh, that was my tummy rumbling, if anybody heard that. My fabric's just got caught underneath my sewing machine as well. I did get a little message from my sister in that session, which I don't think she'll mind me saying this. Obviously sometimes Melissa comes on and just helps me monitor the live stream, and if it's working well, and this, that and the other, I'm just going to take those headphones out a minute while we chat. And she said that she thinks that the live stream, the kind of the music that I've been playing this week, the medieval fantasy kind of music thing, is a little bit too jazzy and a bit too upbeat. And so I just wanted to kind of check in with people and see what you think about the playlist. Obviously, my mum had asked for like a panpipe style playlist. I haven't had chance to go and create anything like that or look into whether that's possible. My sister would love me to do movie soundtracks, and I'm going to be totally honest, I would love to do movie soundtracks. Kelly! Hello, Kelly. Kelly is one of my members. The OG member. Welcome in, my dear. How are you doing? Melissa read... Sorry, I'm just going to catch up on chat quickly, actually. Just read the Miss You poem, Ellie. It's lovely. Oh, I am going to look into that. It's getting too dark here for me to do any more work. Yeah, it's starting to get dark now. Although I am loving starting these live streams whilst it's still light. Right. Oh, we had this last week, didn't we? Younger. Have I pronounced that correctly? Younger? Is that how you would like me to say hello to you? Hello and welcome. Thank you for coming back to another stream. I'm asking everybody this evening how they would like to be greeted and welcomed, and what their preferred names are, how they would like to be named in the stream. Just so that I know that I've got everybody's names present and correct. Jill says, has anyone read the novel Catherine by S.E. Fox? I've just bought it, a retelling of Wuthering Heights. Oh, no, I've not. I think I've heard of S.E. Fox, though. What else have they written? I've definitely heard of S.E. Fox. Gregorian chant, Enya, her music I have on in the back. Honestly, yeah, so that's what we were saying about... I'd love to do movie soundtracks, but I just can't. I get copyright striked. So I can't do any music that is like commercial music, anything that's owned by an artist or anything like that. So I'm really sorry, but I'm not going to be able to do any Enya or any movie soundtracks. I listen to soundtracks. I have a playlist on my channel called Soundtracks to Write To, and I write to that. I work to that most days as well in my day-to-day work. So you could always, if you wanted to, if you don't enjoy the music that I am playing on any given week in any live stream, you could always go and find that playlist, or maybe play something else. I mean, I've been in some live streams before where I've not liked the music that they're playing so much, so I will have two YouTube tabs open. I'll have the live stream open that I can see, and then I'll have another YouTube tab open that's got some music on that I want to listen to, and so I'll mute the first and play the second. I know it's a bit clunky. The other thing is, if people really don't like a particular playlist, let me know, because I can always just not play that one. The fantasy one has been played a few times now. I've only got the fantasy and the piano one ready to go, and I have to admit this week's been really, really busy because I'm not working in my day job from Wednesday afternoon for the rest of the week. I'm taking some time off, and so I'm trying to get all of my freelance work finished this week before I finish work on Wednesday lunchtime, and so I've not had much time to put together a new playlist, which is why I haven't been able to look into my mum's panpipe request either to see if that's something that we can do. But I will look into it. So let me know, everybody who is on the live stream now, can you let me know, what do you think of the fantasy mix? Is it too upbeat? Is it annoying? Have you just heard enough of it? Or do you like it? Personally, I love it. I like it. I really like it. That first song in the playlist I really like, but if nobody else likes it, then I will obviously turn it off. Right. I need to cap on chat again. Hi, thank you, all good. Just been on a little train journey and now in a hotel room before a conference. So thought I'd join in for some company and some preparation. Lovely. Lovely. Are you happy to share what your conference is for? No pressure, no worries at all if you don't want to. I like a good hotel visit. Every now and again when you have to go and stay in a hotel, I do like it. Tom went to Bedford for a conference a while back. I think I did a little vlog actually while I was there, a little writing vlog, and I went down with him to stay in the hotel with him, and I did some writing, some working remotely, obviously because I work freelance, and it was lovely. It was lovely just being in a hotel for a bit of a different setting. Yes, you have. It's actually my family name and means boy. My name is Elias. Have I said that right, Elias? I need to remember that. How can I remember? I feel like I need to write it down. Elias, thank you for reminding me. Okay, Jay liked the music, Ellie liked the music, Lainey liked the music, Diana liked the music. I think you might be the cheese that stands alone, Melissa, in this one. Shame about the movie soundtracks. It is a real shame about the movie soundtracks. I would definitely prefer to play those. I still liked what was being played. Also, engrossed in the 2 paragraphs I've written, so the music was just right. Melissa, always am, haha. Bless you. No, I like you asking the question, Mel, and definitely kind of raising it because, and I think I appreciate that you sent me a WhatsApp about it as well, just so that I can check in with everybody really and make sure that people are happy or want to change, because at the end of the day, this live stream is for all of us, and I want us all to be enjoying it. So it's a good thing to check in. I also just want to say I don't normally do my sewing like this. I would normally press my seams, press my trousers, and I normally put the pins in I use my dining table downstairs as my sewing table. So I am slightly MacGyvering it tonight in doing it this way, but as these pants are just for me, I don't really care. You'd love the sound of it, Charlotte. It's all about heritage in Perth. Oh my God, I want to go to Scotland so much. I'm talking about women's stories. Oh my God, it sounds like an amazing conference. All about heritage, and you're talking about women's stories. That reminds me of the conference that I did where I met Kayla, who is Regency Rumours, and we met at a conference. We met at it was called Reading the Country House in Manchester, and we both went, and she was presenting a paper with a colleague. They were presenting a paper at the conference about, it was about guidebooks, if I remember correctly. And because she was working and doing her PhD on Penryn in North Wales and was talking about guidebooks, and so I listened to her talk, and then I did a talk about women, Kelly, same as you. It was called Portraits on a Wall, and it was about the fact that when you go to many country houses, there are so many portraits on the walls in country houses that are unknown woman, but 9 times out of 10 the male portraits will all have a name, not only the name of the person in the painting but the person who painted it as well. So usually you've got 2 names on the ones about men and no name on the ones about women. So that's why I did, that was my piece, and then we kind of connected on Instagram afterwards and became friends. So yeah, anyone here visited Jane Austen's house? It's on my to-do list. I've never been to Jane Austen's house, no, Jay. I would love to, but as it is down south, I have not been yet. I'm just trying to decide whether to do a double hem on these trousers. I feel like a double hem would help give it a bit of strength and a bit of weight to kind of weigh down the trousers, so I might do that, but I might sew the other leg in a minute when we go into the next writing session, or the next 20-minute session. That sounds interesting, Kelly. My mum's side of the family come from Perth. I'm researching my great-grandmother and her life in Crieff Dunkeld. Nice. I think Scotland's amazing. I find myself very drawn to Scotland at the moment. I flip-flop between wanting to run away to Scotland or run away to Ireland. I've got some roots in Ireland. I say roots, they are very tenuous roots. They're about 4 generations back. Too far back to get an Irish passport, which annoyed me very much. So I didn't get... don't get an Irish passport, but there's some Irish in my blood somewhere. Let us know when you've read the Wuthering Heights book, and if you enjoyed it. Yes, Jill, definitely. That book about the Catherine book by S.E. something. Let us know what you think about it. Maybe I should do a video where I read all of the Wuthering Heights spin-offs and review them all. Jay, yes, went to Bath with Melissa for a day trip from Yorkshire. Yeah, oh God, yeah, you did, didn't you? Drove to Bath for a day trip. This house was closed though, Mum, don't you remember? Yes, Jane Austen's house is so good, very small, but they've done a brilliant job with packing exhibitions and info into it. They do online events too if you're into Austen. Now, it's really funny because there's a writing group that I am part of, and we meet once a month to share our work and discuss, and it's a really nice feedback. We're all writers in it. It's a 2-hour Zoom chat, and one of the people was writing a book that started at the Jane Austen's house. I can't say any more because it's not my project to share, but it sounded amazing. It kind of mixed a bit of fantasy, a bit of ghostliness, and a bit of family history into a novel set at Jane Austen's house. It was ace. I hope they're continuing it. That talk sounds amazing. I would have loved that conference. Laneymake's a lovely part of the world. I'm about an hour and a half north of here, but I'm in Dunkeld a lot. Is it just whereabouts is Perth? Is Perth very north? I feel like the more north you get in Scotland, the more beautiful it gets. I've been following someone called Caroline McQuiston, I think is her name, on TikTok, but I've also just started following her, just subscribed to her on YouTube. She lives on the Isle of Skye, and she's renovating a house on the Isle of Skye, and she's got the most beautiful, gentle, lilting Scottish accent. It's absolutely amazing. She's got a really cute dog called Nuala as well, and she's actually just going through a separation. I'm not sure if she's going through a separation or a divorce at the moment, and has moved into her own house. Ellie, you follow Caroline on YouTube as well. You'll know exactly what I mean then. Her content is just so wholesome and lovely, and and Lainey is following as well. I thought you all would be, because you've all kind of similar interest to me in terms of content and stuff. She's just absolutely amazing. I love her content so much. Jay, I have 3 18th century family portraits, but we don't know who they are, unfortunately. Wow. That's amazing. I don't have family pictures going back 2 generations, let alone 17th century family portraits. Somebody's got a posh family, and I'm here for it. Absolutely amazing. 30 minutes from Bath. Jill's 30 minutes from Bath. Must be so cool to live somewhere like that. And then I remember that we're literally less than an hour from York, and that's amazing. Some people would love to live so close to York. Hold on, my sock has fallen off my foot and it's annoying me. Yeah, and I'm always I wish I lived close to Bath. And then I'm like, Charlotte, you live so close to York. It's amazing. Sky looks beautiful. It does. It looks very beautiful. Mel's asking Kelly if you've done the NC 500. No, Melissa's really keen to do that. Tom and I want to do the NC 500 as well. I would love to visit York. Have you not been, LA? Have you never been to York? It's lovely. I would highly recommend it. There is actually a video on my channel going back maybe a couple of years now. Me and Melissa went to York together and had a girly day out for her birthday. And we vlogged it, so you can always go and find that video on my channel if you want to have a little look at what York is like. Presumably not too far from Haworth. No, I'm not far from Haworth at all. I think maybe about a 30-minute drive, which 30 minutes sounds like a really long way, but actually for where West Yorkshire is, and Huddersfield especially, which is my hometown. I don't live in Huddersfield anymore, but that's my hometown. Driving 30 minutes to go somewhere isn't that unreasonable. I would say, Melissa will probably say that I'm wrong, she'll probably take the mickey out of me now in the comments, but I'm always everything's half an hour away, everything's 30 minutes away, and it's so easy to get to. Perthshire is central but north, I'd say. I love Caroline too. Done parts of it but not all of it. The roads are crazy, but it's beautiful. When you say the roads are crazy, is it they're very, very narrow, and do you need a 4x4 car, or is it just that they're very kind of windy and stuff? Right, shall we go into another... Well, actually, I tell you what, it's 57 Let's give it another 3 minutes of just chatting, and then at bang on 8 o'clock we'll go into another session. I'm sorry if anybody's watching this later. We have had some extended chats tonight, but it's been lovely. It's been really, really nice to have some extended chats in between the sessions, because it's just so nice to chat and have that kind of two-way conversation. That's why I set up the live streams. That's why I wanted to start them. So I hope everybody's happy having slightly longer chatty sessions in between writing / crafting sessions. I'm going to do the other pant leg in a minute, and sew that one. I need to find out what's going on with my thread though, because it looked to have got a bit tangled. I have to say my sewing machine it's a little special. I didn't buy it brand new either, it's second-hand little special. And it's fine, it works, but I can already feel myself getting to like the top end of what this machine's capable of doing, so I think I need to get a better machine at some point soon. I'd love to get like a proper industrial, like one built into a table, but I think that's going to be out of my budget for a long time. It's a lovely community now. Do you mean the live chat, Mel, is a lovely community? I agree. It's so nice. So nice to be able to chat to everybody. I was going to ask a bookish question, actually. I am just wondering what people are reading, because for this Thursday, and it might end up going up on Friday, be prepared, this week's video, I am going to do recommendations, and I'm going to give you your next book recommendation. At least I hope I'm going to. Ellie has already requested a book, so that's amazing. I thank you for that, Ellie. I saw that comment on the post that I did on YouTube, so I'll add yours into the list. Another friend of mine, Miriam, saw my Instagram story from a couple of weeks ago. I don't think she's able to join the lives, because I don't think she's ever popped into a live before, but she does watch my main channel videos, and so she'd heard me refer to the recommendations video that I was going to do, and she's asked for a recommendation as well. So I've got 2 so far. Anybody who's listening tonight, pop it in the chat if you want. Just basically ask me to recommend you a book. Give me like a genre that you want me to recommend from, or something that you think that you would like to expand your reading on, or this, that and the other. I think ideally I probably want maybe 6, just so that it's not like a super duper long video, but I think this could be a really nice little series where I recommend people books, and hopefully the more that I do, the more people will comment in those videos and ask for a further recommendation. So yeah, please, if you can help me out for this first one, I'd really appreciate it. So I've got 2 so far, so I need 4 more recommendation requests. In fact, I haven't checked Instagram, although I'm filming on my phone, so I can't check Instagram right now, but I will do, because I did put a story out on Instagram earlier asking people to ask me for recommendations as well. I'm gonna sorry, I hope that didn't absolutely blow everybody's headphones, if anyone's using headphones. I'm still getting over this cough. Hold on, I'm just going to mute myself for a second because I need to cough again. There we go. I've got to the part of my cold where I can still feel it actually. It's very kind of chesty, and I'm just coughing a lot at the moment, and also talking for quite a long time does make you want to cough. Right. It's 8 o'clock. Let's go into the second session. I can have a really good cough before I make the second bit of sewing on the pants, and yeah, we can still continue to chat in the chat box as well. Right, we're back. We've got an actual incredible musician in the chat now, Chris Bray Music, who is the most phenomenal music. What genre would you class your music as, Chris? I was going to say kind of folk, but I don't want to get that wrong. His music is amazing. And yeah, you should all go and check him out, Chris Bray Music, the most beautiful folk, I suppose, yeah. Beautiful kind of contemplative music, and his partner Hannah, who's here as well. Hi Hannah, who's doing a jigsaw, amazing. Does a lot of the, or has done in the past, it's been a while actually since caught up, does a lot of the visuals, films him when they're out on the moors and in beautiful locations, and Hannah got the iconic picture of Chris's scarf. He's got one of his, I don't know, is it an album cover or a single cover that was a picture of Chris with a bright red scarf, and the scarf is like blowing in the wind, and it's such an iconic picture, and Hannah took that. So thank you so much. The album cover, yeah. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Absolutely amazing. Yeah. Mum said earlier, it amazes how quickly time goes on with the live stream. It really does. It flies by. It really does. And let me just go back and catch up on the live stream, actually, because a couple of things came in while I was just doing a bit of sewing. Hannah and Chris, welcome in again. Like I said, and we've got, Ishan. What's your MBTI? I don't know what MBTI means. If you let me know, I can answer. I am doing sewing. So usually in these live streams I'll do some writing, but I wasn't in the mood for writing tonight, so I've been sewing. I've been hemming some pants. I've made myself some pants. I'll show them in a minute. But let me just go back through the live chat, because while I was doing my sewing I missed a few messages that came in. Lainey wanted book recommendation, something similar to Laura Purcell. Yes. Thank you, Lainey. I'll use... actually, Lainey, do you prefer Lainey or do you like Elaine? Which do you prefer? Because I always call you Lainey. And I know when we met in Haworth, I put Lainey Mac on the inside of your book because that's how I think of you in my mind, because I've always had your username as Lainey Mac. But if you would prefer me to call you Elaine, do let me know. I'm more than happy to change that. Yes, thank you very much. I will add that into the recommendations. So I've got... what have I got now? Three recommendation requests, so that's good. Amazes me how quickly time goes by on this live stream. That was Mum. Just starting the Essie Fox book. I'll report back in a couple of weeks. Yes, report back and let us know what you think. Oh, you've just opened it and found it's a signed copy as well. I love secret signed copies. That's amazing. May and September, definitely the best months in Scotland. Quieter, better weather, and not likely many midges. Oh my god, yeah, I've heard about the midges. That you have to wear, like, because Hannah and Chris, actually, you guys go to Scotland a lot, don't you? You have to wear, like, full-on masks to avoid the midges. Absolutely not. I don't do very well with bugs. So I think May time, maybe, after a whole winter, are they then still dormant in May? I don't think I could cope with them. But, right, I think I just about caught up there. Oh, Mel was asking what the jigsaw is, how many pieces. It's painting of Staithes and 1,000 pieces. Nice. Alan used to go to Staithes as a child. Mel on holiday. What do you think the difference is between solitude and loneliness? Oh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. Solitude and loneliness. Well, one is a state of being and the other one is a feeling, would be my first response. Obviously, solitude is when you are on your own, and loneliness is when you feel sad about being on your own. But also, yeah, I would say solitude can be a positive thing. Actually, loneliness can kind of be a positive thing sometimes, because it is good sometimes to get a bit lonely and to be on your own, because then I feel like you are more likely to appreciate things and you can tap into yourself a little bit more and think about things when you are a bit lonely and you're on your own. I've been thinking of going to a local sewing club here in Meanwood. I want to get a machine. Have you got any tips? Honestly, amazing. Like, you should definitely. So I've got this machine. It's called a Lervia. It's actually a Lidl. It's a little machine. I bought it secondhand on Facebook Marketplace, I think for like 20 quid. So it was super cheap. It works well. I will say that even I've kind of got to the top end of, like, it, don't get me wrong, it's fine and it works well. There's a couple of things that I would adjust if I was going to use it like more in depth or for long term. So one thing I am considering doing is embedding this in a table because it moves a lot when I sew. I would really love like an industrial one. But to be honest, in terms of like tips, I would say just the best thing, to be honest, is to spend a little bit of time with someone who does sew and who knows how to use a machine and get them to teach you. Because I had this machine for ages and I daren't open it and I daren't try it out because I was too nervous because I didn't understand how to thread it and to set it up and all this, that and the other. And then I went to Portugal to see my in-laws, and Tom's mum has a machine. And I said to her, I was like, would you mind teaching me how to use your sewing machine? And I'm assuming that they're all the same or very similar. And so she taught me how to use her machine, and it was like I've never looked back. So just spending like a day with her where she taught me how to thread it, how to kind of use it. Then when I came home, I felt like I had the confidence to try it all out on my own system. So yeah, I think there's an awful lot of like advice out there of different machines you should get and this, that and the other. And I think as long as, you know, you can start cheap and work your way up, I also think that if you've got the money to pay for an expensive one, you're probably going to do very well, like the learning on an industrial to start with. But I think you can do a lot. I'm going to be totally honest, I don't do a lot of the different stitches. There's like loads of different stitch types you can do. I literally just do a straight stitch and then I'll do the odd zigzag stitch. But I'm learning. Let me show you my pants that I've made. I was just starting to make a bag. I don't think I'm going to have time to do that now. But these are the trousers that I've made. Stripy, like, trousers with an elasticated waist and pocketses. Stripy pocketses. And the detail that I was showing everybody earlier that I absolutely love is that the trousers have have vertical stripes, but the pockets have got horizontal stripes. Don't know if you can see. Oh, sorry, I'm not holding it up very well. There, different shaped stripes. It was more obvious when before the light went. It's all a bit of funny lighting now. But yeah, I've accidentally made them absolutely massive. So the pant leg, the width of the pant leg is so big I think I could actually get into one pant leg. So they take the idea of wide leg pants to the absolute ridiculous nth degree. But that's another thing about sewing. You've just got to, you will make so many things where you'll make something and go, that's terrible. And it's not terrible, really, because you've made something. Like, I've made a pair of trousers there. I've never made a pair of trousers before. And that's something to be hugely kind of excited and proud of. Are they the best made trousers in the world? No. Will I wear them outside of the house? Probably not. But I've made them and I've learnt lessons. And so when I make my next pair, then I will be able to adjust the pattern for myself. And by the point I get to where the pattern is like, well, and it works well for me and it's good for my shape, that's it. I've got that pattern for life. Every time I get a new fabric, I can be like, right, I'll just rock up a pair of pants in that fabric. So yeah, I'm very excited with that. I am taking just completely lost my train of thought. Totally lost my train of thought. I'm going to be carrying on is what I'm going to say. So yeah, I would say just have a go. And yeah, if you've got a machine, just have a go at it and make something really like simple to start with, like a tea towel or something like that. I really like my Genome machine. Yeah, I know that Genome's a really good brand. Brother's a good brand. I like your room vibe. It's really cool. Can you tell me what is the lux value of that light? I cannot. I'm sorry. I've got absolutely no idea I don't even really know what a lux value is. I'm assuming that is the value that light is measured in, but I don't know what the lux light is of that light. I'm sorry. It looks a lot brighter on screen than it is in person. I've got the light of my machine on as well at the moment. I turn that off. That's actually probably a little bit better actually while we're just talking. Yeah, we do normally have the cat cam as well on screen, but the cat was not playing ball. He was not wanting to come and sit in his bed. So I figured we'd just have a second view of the sewing machine for tonight. And this was supposed to be a bag. So the bag that I was going to be making, this is a bag that I made the other day. It's just a square bag with like a knotted handle, and then you open it up there and you can put things inside. Really handy actually. I made it and then I've used it quite a bit for like transporting sewing things around the house, and it's so handy, but it's nice, isn't it? Red and white stripy fabric. So I was going to make one out of pink material, but to be quite frank, I've run out of time because it's now 8:30. Although I suppose we've got enough time for one more session, because we've only done 2 actual focus sessions, haven't we, so far? So shall we go into another session now as it's 8:30, and then we'll finish at 10 to, and that we'll not finish the live stream, but we'll finish that session at 10 to, and then we will we can have another 10-minute chat. Let me change the music as well, although it's going to go into the session, and I'll change the music over to the piano music, do we think? Do people want a bit more piano music? Melissa's like, yes. Go into another 20-minute session, stop talking. What do people think, piano or fantasy? Vote fast. And then I will do it. I will change the music. Don't know where my scissors have gone. My scissors are there. Right, I'm going to give you a 5-second countdown. If nobody votes, then I'm going to make the executive decision. Chris says fantasy, Melissa says piano. Hannah says fantasy. Elias says piano. Melissa's like, damn it. Lainey wants fantasy. Lainey, sorry, I did notice that you said Lainey earlier as well, so that's great, thank you. So we've got 1, 2, 3 fantasy and 2 piano. I'm sorry, Mel. And Jay says fantasy. You're outnumbered, Mel. Sorry. So for the last session of today, we're going to have the fantasy, and then we'll come up with a new playlist for the next live stream. Unlucky Mel. Right, let's go into this session. How are we all doing? I think I might actually get this bag finished. If people are happy for me to just quickly sew this bag together, I can show you what I've made. It's literally like I would say you could probably make this bag in like 25 minutes. It's so fast. So what do people think? Are you happy to literally just give me 5 minutes to just sew around the seam and then I can show you the bag? I'm sure you are. I'm sure you're happy to let me do that. I'll just have a quick couple of minutes doing the sewing for it and then I'll show it you. And then we'll have a little wrap up chat. Ellie's like, yes, sew it, I want to see the bag. Okay, let's do this. Sorry, you're going to get a bit of sewing machine ASMR now. If I don't automatically unthread the machine. Oh, I do this all the time, unthread my needle by accident, all the time. Because I'm holding the fabric and not holding the end of my threads. All the time. That is a very specific quote that nobody will get the reference to. Me going all the time. If you get that reference, I will be absolutely amazed. Right. Oh, bloody hell, I've lost my spot. Let's see where my needle was in. I think it was there. I'm going to pick that arbitrary spot. As you can probably tell, this bag is not, it's not meant to be perfect. It's meant to be a quick project. There we go. Hopefully this isn't deafening you all through the live stream. I think I'll wait a few more months before I get you to do a project for me. How rude! Why? That's mean. To be fair though, I reckon I want a few months before I make a project for you. I get the impression that you would be a very difficult customer to make something for. I think you're wanting like professional seamstress level kind of work, and I'm very much an amateur sewist. Jill, I'm going to have to say goodnight to you all. Early start in the morning. Love to you all. Thank you, Jill. Thank you so much for joining. It's been absolutely amazing to have everybody here this week. So thank you very much for coming along. We're not literally going to be like 5 minutes extra. I'm not going to stay to keep everybody on for very long. Sorry, Mum. I did say I'm sorry if it's very loud on the live stream. It's literally another 20 seconds and then I'm done and I can show you the bag. Nearly done. Just some backstitch. A couple of tiny bits backstitch. And then pull that out. and done. Right, let me tie off my threads and then I'll show you. So how's everybody enjoyed the session? Has everyone had a lovely evening on the live stream? Thank you so much everybody for coming along. It's been lovely to hang out with you all for 2 hours. Thank you so much. There was something I just wanted to mention before everybody pops off, that I am now monetized on my YouTube channel. Very, very excitingly, I finally hit all of the milestones to get monetized. So I just wanted to mention it because obviously ads will start popping up, and I just wanted you to be aware of it, really, that will be happening. And I really, really appreciate your feedback as well. If see how the ad process is going, let me know what the experience is like, if there's too many ads, etc. I would really like to know, because obviously I don't want to start annoying people by putting too many ads on, but at the same time the whole part of monetization is to put ads on and to earn a little bit of money back for nearly 10 years of creating videos on YouTube and finally getting a little bit of money back. I am not going to be turning into a millionaire overnight. I think I've made so far on the monetization about £12, so it's going to be a slow process to earning money on here, but I'm so happy to finally be able to get a little bit back. It's not about the money, it's about the community and about doing what I love, which is making videos, but it's nice as well to get a little bit back. It means that I can maybe soon be able to upgrade to an actual camera instead of filming all of my videos and live streaming on my phone. So thank you very much everyone who's saying congratulations. Thank you. Right, should we have a look at this bag and then we can all go to bed. We can all leave. So let's put this the right way out and I will show you. Now ordinarily I would pink the edges as well, but as I say, this is just a very, very quick little bag just to show you what I've made, just to make something. And there we go. It's a little, so it's got a knot here at the top, and you put your hands in, you put your arm and things in. There's a little hole on that side, another little hole on that side, and it's just a little, you could use it for shopping, you can use it for storage for things. Tell you what they would make nice for people who store like trainers and shoes for over winter and you want them to be in a nice little bag, or a hairdryer or straighteners, something like that you could put into a little bag and hold somewhere. So yeah, it's just a little little bag. So that's just what I've made. I'll finish that off properly another time, turn it back out and do the pinking of the edges. But there's that one, and then that's the original. This is the original one that I made a few days ago, which is the pink, the red and white stripy one. So that's it. That's the bag I made. How much are they selling for? £1 million. No, literally. If somebody wants a bag making, let me know and I will make you a bag. But as Melissa's just said that she's not going to get me to make anything for her for ages. I suspect I won't have many customers. Do we want to have a little look at Stanley? He's finally got into his bed. Hi, baby. You finally got into your bed, little puss, now that the live stream's finishing again. Yes, right, let's leave that here. Thank you very much again for joining the live stream. Just a big reminder that I'm not going to be live streaming next week. It is my week off, so we'll be back the week after with things resuming as normal, 7 till 9 p.m. on Tuesday. So thank you again. Thanks everyone for hyping, liking the video. Huge thank you to Kelly, my member, who has been in the live stream tonight, and thank you to everyone else. I think I've got one other member. So we're 2 members at the moment of the channel, which is super exciting. If anybody wants to become a member, you can find out more on my channel, and all the videos and live streams become videos on demand on the live tab of my channel. So thank you again. Huge thank you to everyone for coming, and yeah, I will see you in a fortnight's time. So let's to find my mouse now amidst all my sewing things so I can actually officially end the live stream. Thanks again, guys. I will see you all in a fortnight's time. Take care.